Hi students, this is Uma. In this video I am going to explain the periodic table and its classification. See children, this is your periodic table. This is long form of periodic table, is also known as modern periodic table given by Moseley. As you can see here, it contains 18 vertical columns called groups and 7 horizontal rows are called periods. And left side of the periodic table contains S block elements, right side of the periodic table contains P block elements. Total metals are except hydrogen, total first A group, second A group contains metals. And in P block elements there are metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases. And middle of that the S and in between S and P block elements, so the 10 group elements, 10 groups, 10 vertical columns are there between S and P blocks. So these are called D block elements. D block elements contains heavy metals, children. So need not to explain all those elements, just from scandium onwards, from scandium to zinc, I will explain to you uh, their respective valency electronic configuration. So this is about D block elements, children. So I have written here from 21 to 30 elements, scandium to zinc. So this is the 21st element, children. Atomic number is 21. And here scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. So all these are the B group elements. First B to 8th B group elements, children. And here if you write the 3D series, this series is called 3D series, children. They can show the variable valencies. That means more than one valency. So how? Because of it contains 3D orbital and also 4s orbital in their valency shell. So if you write the electronic configuration for scandium, you get 3D1 and 4s2 is the electronic configuration. And for titanium, 3D2 4s2 is the general electronic. Sorry children, 3D series na, so that's why it will get 3D2 4s2 electronic configuration. And here vanadium get 3D3 4s2, and like that chromium get 3D5 and 4s1 electronic configuration, children. So here it is not for 3D4 4s2, children. So to get stability, in order to get more stability, chromium will get one more electron into d orbital. That means half filled electron configuration gives the more stability to the chromium. So that's why we have to write 3D5 4s1 is the electronic configuration for chromium, which gives stability. And here 3D5 4s2 is the electronic configuration for manganese. And for iron 3D6 4s2, and for cobalt 3D7 4s2 is the electronic configuration. Valence shell electronic configuration, children, all these. And 3D8 4s2 is the nickel electronic configuration. And here it is different electron configuration for copper like chromium. 3D10 4s1 is the electronic configuration. So if you fill all the degenerate orbitals of D, that means by filling 10 electrons to the into the d orbital gives more stability to the copper. So that's why it needs fulfilled electronic configuration in order to get more stability to the copper, children, like chromium. So that's why you have to write the electron configuration for copper 3D10 4s1, and here for zinc 3D10 it is 3D10 and 4s2, children. So up to here 30 electrons are filled. So here these are the electronic configurations from scandium to zinc, children. That means scandium contains 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1, children, 3 electrons in its valence shell. That means there is 3D and 4s both will come under the valency orbitals. Why? Because there is less energy difference between 3d and 4s orbital. Due to that, both will come under the valency shell or orbital. So we have to count two electrons which are present in D and electrons which are present in S. Total you will get valency as valency electrons. For scandium 3 and for titanium 2 plus 2 4, for vanadium 3 plus 2 5, and for chromium 5 plus 1 6, like that and so on. You will get the number of valence electrons which are present in D as well as 4s orbital. So, and here if you write the electronic configuration for chromium and copper, you will get like this configuration, children. So for half filled electronic configuration for chromium and full filled electronic configuration for copper in the d orbital. So that's why it gives more stability to the chromium and copper. Remember, these two are the very important to you. So, and d orbitals contain heavy metals, children, heavy metals, and they show variable valency, children. I hope you understand this class, children, very well, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please do like this video and don't forget to subscribe my channel.